Hey crew, it's Bit, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we are going to be checking out Hopsin, Alone With Me. It's 2 years old, but that's okay. Let's dig in and see what's up. Let's go. What is on them walls, though? Oh boy. I've been in that hood before.
Marcus fucking Hopsin, my guy, what up? Don't mean to intervene. How are things going? Talk to me. How you living, G? You look so confused right now. Do you remember me? Cause I've been with you since a teen, fucking you up mentally. I love it, dude. Staying inside your head with a rent is free. I'm just here to make sure you keep all your crazy tendencies. Look at yourself in disbelief, struggle with your identity. Stuck in depression until you diagnosed with it clinically. How's your love life? It's still a trifling mess? Nigga, you 35, you haven't found a wifey yet? I mean, if I was you, would I be stressed? Why, yes. I guess a mail order bride is nice, it might be best. So how did you manage to get rich yet be so empty? Constantly stuck in a deep old frenzy. Maybe your ego ain't eco-friendly. Bro, you got a life that we don't envy. And I bet suicide must be so tempting.
Don't listen to that devil, right? Depression, very often, is actually a spirit talking to you. Like, you can believe that or not all you want to. But most of the time, there is something there in your ear. Like, you can't see it, you can't hear it. Some people can't even feel it, but that don't mean it ain't there. And that spirit can be banished if you set your mind to it.
Do it. Wait, hold up. Damn. Fuck's wrong with me. I can't leave me alone with me.
I can't leave me alone with me. I feel that sometimes. I used to feel that. I don't feel that no more. But I definitely used to feel that.
Damn. Fuck's wrong with me. I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Providing my pharaoh. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Hold up. Shit. It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Providing my pharaoh. It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. So how's the rap life? Do people enjoy your music? Or you still spitting that bullshit to destroy the youth with? Be honest, you live in the shadow with Joyner Lucas.
As a mighty small shadow. Just saying.
I know that you are. My point is proof. What the fuck happened to you? You was spitting so cold. You was the ill minor Hopsin on the list with the ghosts. Then you fell off. You should have took a different approach. I hate to say it, but you'll never be like Kendrick or Cole, nigga. It's fucked up. That isn't fair, Marcus. I'm hoping that God will answer your prayers, Marcus. But even if he does, the chances are rare that you'll have hands in the air headlining Madison Square Garden. Nigga, put the mic down. Don't you fight this fight. Cause you the corny rapper only weird white kids like. So every time the blogs post you, the comments gon' roast you. I would rather be dead than be caught living in your shoes. Wait, hold up, I'm tripping.
That's messed up.
What's wrong with me? I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? Couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up, please stop. It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? Couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
And see, this is a good example of some intrusive thoughts, right? Like, this is shit outside of you coming in. This is like we talked the other day about how sometimes you choose depression. This is not that. This is intrusive thoughts. This is what's coming at you is beyond the scope of what you're prepared to deal with. Now, there is nothing that has been said in here that actually has any legitimate cause for the man to worry, except maybe the part about getting married, right? Other than that, like, everything that he's talked about, while concerning to him in his life, are not grand scope type things, right? Like, when you're in it, it seems like my job being messed up, or me losing my job, or this not working the way that I thought, is overwhelming. But in the grand scope, when you get past it, and you get on the other side of it, and you see what's there, you realize that sometimes it gets uncomfortable to make you grow or to push you out of situations. Almost always that's what the case is. And so when you give up something that was very successful with the eye thing and the mainstream thing, and you try to do something different, then yeah, it's going to be different, right? Like, yeah. But he's got these intrusive thoughts coming in because he made that decision. I got a news flash for y'all. When you make the decision to do the right thing, life does not get better right away. It does not. As a matter of fact, shit doubles down for a while. It's going to be a hard run to wind up going up the slope instead of just coasting downhill. And that's because ain't nobody testing you when you're doing wrong. You don't get tested till you start doing right. When you start changing your ways and making a better decision for yourself, that's when them horns pop out talking about do this shit here. Don't do that. Don't do that. They didn't care why you were blowing powder. You didn't have troubles and trials and tribulations when you were doing the wrong thing. That comes on you when you start doing the right thing because they're trying to make you give up. Don't give up. And if you're having intrusive thoughts, the best way to combat that is to have someone to talk to. I pound that home all the time because you need somebody in your life, preferably your spouse, who you can trust to not judge you and you can do the talking that needs to be done. If you don't have a spouse, you're 35 years old and you're worried about not having a spouse, get a professional to talk to. Find a homie that is actually down for you to talk to. If you can't talk to your people, they are not your people. Period, the end. If you bring up some deep subjects and they deflect or they change the subject or they move, like anything other than, yeah, let's deal with this, they are not your people. Find new ones. All
right, I got an idea. I'll tell you how it works. It's gonna sound a little outrageous, but hear me out first. Turn your phone off for 2 weeks and start an outburst of worried family members, which leads to a local town search. And when they find you, you dead inside of your crib with a letter that says goodbye to your kid. But you don't get to see him anyway, cause your ex is wildin' and shit. So when it's little head, it's like you already died. It's a trip. While you reside in heaven or hell, whichever side that it is, your baby mom's will regret the shit she never tried to get fixed. If you're alive, chances are she'll never try to repent. I'm just trying to show you ways to exercise your revenge. All you want is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the blogs, and all your fans will get involved, and you'll be missed, cause people don't know what they have until it's lost. Hug your dad and kiss your mom before this transition is done into the new life. Your current one is trash, it isn't fun. Yeah, everybody got problems, and we all fighting this big war, but your problems are different. You got nothing to live for. Hey, hold up, oh no. Fuck's wrong with me, I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up, please stop. It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
What I'm thinking, what you're thinking is not the important thing. We are alive right now. That is the important thing. It is.
Yeah, we're gonna back that up. Right here.
You're thinking is not the What I'm thinking, what you're thinking is not the important thing. We are alive right now. That is the important thing. It is important that you focus on this fundamental sense of aliveness within you, and then you will see there is a natural distance between you and your thought process. Once you create a little space between you and your mind, between you and your body, this is the end of suffering. Don't identify any thought as negative, because it's just a thought. Who told you it's negative?
There's something going on there, but thoughts can be negative. Like, I'm tired of this subjectivity, right? There are fundamentally evil things. There are fundamentally good things. There are fundamentally positive and negative things. They are very rare. They are extreme cases, but they are there. They do exist. There are standards of measurement. Now, they, for me, come from God. He sets the standards for me, and it is quite clear where they lie. It is not a whole book full of rules. It's quite simple and really, really condensed. But love your neighbor, love yourself, and love your God. That is it. The end. The sum of the law. And so, yeah. Anyways.
It's just a thought. You're making it up. Maybe you like it.
But the thought that there is no positive and negative thought, that's not true. Separating yourself from the thoughts is a good thing. But identifying that wanting to scramble your eggs is a bad, like, is a negative thought is not wrong. It is a negative thought. It is an evil thing. Like, point blank, the end. Taking yourself out is evil. It is evil because it is taking you past the point of healing you. It's not because of any of the reasons wrote in any of these books, but there are positive and negative thoughts, and they need to be identified as such, and they need to be rewarded or not as required, because that is something that people use to program themselves. You can use that to change your own life. When you can identify, this is a negative thought, it doesn't belong to me, let's get rid of it. That's when you can make progress. Not if you're looking at the thought and like, that's not negative or positive. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm going to back that up so we can listen to him say that again. Like, I was with him on the first part. That last part, no, that's dumb.
Any thought is negative because it's just a thought.
No.
Who told you it's negative? It's just a thought.
But that's dumb. That's remarkably dumb. Remarkably.
You're making it up, maybe you like it. What's the problem? If you understand it's just a thought, it has no power. If you think it's a reality, then it destroys you.
And see, that almost takes care of that problem, but not really. Like, it is much better. Identify it, root cause it, dig it out, and get it over. I accidentally had to stop recording because that cut. This is going straight back into it. That's the button I meant to hit. This was great because it got a discussion started, and this was great because he is actually telling you what is actually going through his head. Right? This is his intrusive thoughts. This is not him seeking out depression and saying, man, remember that time 10 years ago when this thing happened? That sure bums me out. This is him worrying about his present day situation, and these thoughts are bombarding him. And some people believe that you can chemically intervene and take that out. I don't. I believe that what the chemical intervention does is gives you a little bit of breathing room. And when you take those medicines, it allows you to de-stress for a minute, enough to where you can unpack the root causes. Because if you're not unpacking the root causes, you are doing nothing. You are accomplishing nothing. Going to therapy and talking about this happened to me today, and then going home and taking anything that was made from petroleum and turning it into happy thoughts is a bad idea. If you're not going in there and saying, this thing happened to me then, and it caused me to feel like this, and today this happened, and it brought it to the surface, and now I want to talk about this, and so we can deal with this and get this out of the way finally, after 40 years, like, that's progress. Not go and dig it out to be sad about, but go and dig it out to get rid of it. That is bad luggage you don't need anymore. Get rid of it. He's dealing with intrusive thoughts. These are ones that are hitting him now. You need help too. Chemical intervention is not going to help with intrusive thoughts. It's not. You can temporarily mask symptoms by getting the endorphin release from taking the chemicals, but it is not a permanent solution. If you have been on the chemicals for more than 2 years, you need new doctors. Period. They are not doing you any good. They are harming you. If you are not learning to get better within 2 years, you have the wrong people around you helping you. And I'm getting ranty, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This was great. I love to see people express themselves truthfully and honestly in this way, because that's what he did. He told you his intrusive thoughts. I hope that it doesn't bother him. It seems like he has a healthy handle on them, right? And so I'm not going to have to worry about him like some of these other people that I deal with. I do have to worry about, because they're still dealing with these thoughts in a way that is not this healthy. Hopsin, thank you for this. I appreciate it. This was great music, and great music is always greatly appreciated. I love to hear people talking about real life issues, how things really affect them, how we can really affect change in our lives. And this was that. to the crew. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. You are perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. And this has been Pittstake. Peace.